WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Hey, what's going on?
We're back.
We're back, and I'm wearing a tie this time. I wanted to be more formal because, I have the tuxedo shirt that I wear sometimes. Yeah, actually, now you're kind of chillaxing. Well, it's your evening, so you're about to bolt out of here. Hey, I'm Dave Roberts here. I do a little weather thing over on WLBT. You may have seen before. And then we've got meteorologist Ashley Civic from the mornings, from the afternoons, from the evenings. She's 24/7. And we were doing a story on robots tonight. We're actually going to be cloning Ashley later this summer. We're very excited about it too. Hey, Pat Brown's back too. Look at that. Pat Brown is back. We appreciate that. We like repeat customers. Kind of like Waffle House. This is kind of like Waffle House because we've got people. I don't know if you know this, but at the Waffle House, there are people that go there twice a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could do that.
They do it. I had a friend that worked there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we've got people that come in twice a day. They come in for breakfast, and they'll come back in for another cup of coffee or whatever." It's pretty interesting.
I guess that. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's good to be with y'all.
Yeah.
And good to see y'all again. And we're talking weather. We do have some big changes on the way this week. I mean, you may not think it's that big of a deal, but right now it's kind of warm out. It's in the upper 80s. We were 90 in Vicksburg today, aka Vix Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And we were 91 in Jackson yesterday. So that was the warmest day of the year. So yesterday was the warmest day of the year. Yeah. So anyway, we're talking about the weather here, and we're talking about some changes on the way. But right now, Ashley, the weather looks just fine.
Yeah, the sunset looks pretty good.
It's kind of cool out there, isn't it, with the clouds streaming in from the west?
Yeah, this is from our First Alert Sky Cam in Macomb. It's definitely a nice evening, although maybe not so nice temperatures. Temperatures currently still sitting in the mid 80s, but with the humidity, it still feels like 90 degrees outside. So we're still going to see this humidity pretty much all week long, regardless of the temperatures. But we will start to see them go down. The temperatures, I should say, are going to start to go down towards the end of this week. That's because we are tracking a cold front that's going to move in, bringing us our next chance for showers and thunderstorms. But until then, Tuesday, Wednesday, going to be relatively quiet, still in the middle to upper 80s. And then Thursday is when we'll see those notable changes. There is a chance for maybe an isolated shower on Wednesday, but we're going to more so see it on Thursday, especially in the afternoon and evening as this front moves in. Within this line, you can expect showers and storms, some of which could produce some gusty winds, maybe even some small hail. The severe threat is very low at this point. It's not looking very promising, which is some good news. And then we still look to see some kind of shower and storm activity Friday afternoon before things are said and done, and looks relatively good for the first official weekend in May. So overall, not looking too bad. want to show you what the tornado energy is looking like heading into the afternoon hours on Thursday. It's definitely going to be more prominent further off to the west, but as this front shifts in our direction, it just kind of loses steam, and it's going to be on the very low end, the energy at least, as this front moves in Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, and even Friday doesn't look very promising in terms of any kind of severe potential, at least tornado energy wise. So overall, not looking super promising on the severe weather threat end of things, but still expecting showers and thunderstorms nonetheless. So, yep. And then this weekend looks pretty good.
Woohoo! And this weekend's a big deal because it's the first weekend of May.
Yeah.
And then is the next weekend Mother's Day weekend?
Yes. The following weekend is Mother's Day weekend. Yeah.
It's this. I'm telling you, this year is just going by so quickly. Start your Christmas shopping now.
Yes.
You may not have enough time. The way things are going, I'm very concerned about it.
That's true.
Got an interesting question from Kiwizi Jones. When is WWE coming to Jackson?
I know nothing about that.
I don't either. I didn't know they were coming to Jackson.
Ask me about some other sports.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you follow. She's heavily into sports, folks.
I'm very into sports.
She's very into sports. Big deal going on with Mississippi State today.
Yeah.
You know, this is a big deal.
Baseball fan.
Right, you're a big baseball fan. So can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
What do you think? We're not going to attack anyone's character, but what do you think about changes?
I think all changes are going to be welcome.
Okay,
I think they're going to be welcome.
That was very political and very diplomatic of her. And
I think they're going to be welcome.
Okay.
I like all sports.
Well, you want to see them win.
Yes.
And you want to see them win consistently.
I agree.
And
I think the changes that we are about to see will help them do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some changes are good.
Yeah.
Some changes are bad, but some changes are good, and sometimes change is just good.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
We all got to do what we got to do.
Yeah.
So that's how we look at things. I mean, it's a positive attitude in weather. You know.
I'm excited to get more into baseball season, MLB.
Yeah.
Should be exciting. Love a good MLB game in the summer.
It's that time, and I love it too. So did you ever play softball?
No, but I had friends that played. Speaking of baseball, the Mud Monsters' first game is next week.
That's right. They were here last week. We had the mascot
They're
here.
They're playing the Florence Y'alls.
Oh, look at that! Not Florence, Rankin County, but
No.
Florence, Alabama,
No,
South Carolina,
Kentucky.
Are you kidding me?
Northern Kentucky.
Where did I miss that?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? They used to have the Y'all Tower. They still do the water tower.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I always knew I was close to home. Is when I saw the Florence. So the team that the Mississippi Mud Monsters is playing is the Florence Y'alls. They used to be something else before that.
Okay.
But they renamed the team the Florence Y'alls. But in northern Kentucky, before you cross the Ohio River into Cincinnati, there's a water tower that says Florence Y'all.
Yes.
So that's where they got the team name from. But that's how I always knew I was close to home.
I still remember moving there because I used to live very close to where Ashley grew up. And I still remember moving there and seeing that tower, and it was the Florence Y'all Tower. And so I'm glad that the tower's still there.
Their mascot is the literal water tower.
Oh, come on!
I'm serious.
Oh man, when is this game?
So I believe it's either next Thursday.
I'm gonna
or
look
Friday
into this.
Is the first game that the Mud Monsters are going to play.
That's
so,
pretty funny. Wow, wow. That is really cool. So, I want to get just to show you how old I am, Ashley, and you're going to die when I tell you this. So when I used to go to the Jackson Generals games, and I used to go quite often, right? I used to sit there. This is before we had the internet.
Yeah.
We were just the internet. A lot of the internet was founded in Jackson. A lot of people don't know that.
Really?
We'll get into that another day.
That's for another time.
But it's a crazy story. We're not going to go. It was LDDS Communications. It was WorldCom. You may have heard of these things. These were huge companies that started the internet. Anyway, some of them didn't make it. Some of them went. Anyway, but I sit there in the stands. They'd always ask me the weather. If I didn't check the weather at the station before I went out there, I didn't know. So I sit there and go, I wish there was just some way that I could see it on my phone. So it would just make my life so much easier. Because I had a cell phone back then, obviously. And I used to think that. Now to think, there are already people 10 steps ahead of me thinking that. And, now we get everything from our phone. And we don't bother to look up anything. So we say, hey, you know who? We're not going to say her name because she gets all crazy. But anyway, Ashley, thank you so much. What's for dinner tonight? Very important question.
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
No.
Really? That's surprising. You usually have your whole life planned out.
Something quick though.
Oh, because you're doing the morning store. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get you out of here. All right, have a nice evening. Have a nice morning tomorrow.
Yes, I'll be back tomorrow morning.
I get up in the morning. I usually try to get up 6-ish. I watch Chase, then I flip, and sometimes I'm watching you because sometimes you're there.
Yeah.
And then I'll flip over to Fox and catch you for a little bit.
Mhm.
But that's usually when I'm either doing this, going back to sleep, or I'm trying to get
I
my
do that
life
sometimes
together.
in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that.
If it's slow weather,
yeah. Okay. Do what you
Yeah.
got to do. Okay. Fake it
But-
till you make it. That's all I got to say. All right. So catch Ashley Civic tomorrow morning. She will be on Fox from 7 to 9 a.m. She'll also be doing traffic from what, 5 a.m.
5, yeah.
Start at 5 to 7 on WLBT. And then catch me tonight on Fox 40 News at 9. I'll stay awake for it. And WLBT News at 10. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks for joining us again this evening. We are going to be talking about some bigger changes on the way when it comes to later this week. So you want to keep checking back with us. I don't think we're going to have a severe threat necessarily, but definitely storms and cooler temperatures. And hey, cooler temperatures as we enter May, not the worst thing in the world, right? All right, folks, have a great night. Thanks so much for joining us. If you missed any of this, we will keep it looping over on Facebook. Bye-bye.